What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norman Rad89 here, bringing you another video of fun on us. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite summer movies. Typically around this time of the year, I get the summer vibes, and there's summer camp horror and all that kind of stuff, and slashers, but I also feel the vibes for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A majority of these films take place during the summer months, during either July or August or whatever, like I said. So during that hot season, I always do feel like returning to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and today we're going to talk about this OG bad boy. Also kind of lines in with the time too, because we have some news about the franchise and the bidding war going on currently right now, so we're going to discuss my thoughts on that as well. So fun video today, so let's get down to it. Roll it. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, directed by Tobe Hooper, is one of the most iconic and all-time slashers for real. This one kind of paved the way for a lot of slashers, and in terms of the vibe, in terms of this film, it definitely has a mood. It's crazy. It's for real. After returning to it and watching it again before I did this video, I was just like, man, like, I can see how maybe you can kind of get someone to go crazy watching this film. You know what I mean? Because it just has like a certain tone, this dark vibe, and the nature of it. It feels so raw, so real, and that's probably why it hit a lot of people back in the day so hard, is because, like I said, it's such an unforgiving movie. That's another way to describe it. It's just so unforgiving. It comes at you in a raw way, and it's not like bloody or super gory or anything like that. It's just the weird tones that it lays down, the nature of the characters and the dialogue, and just the certain scenes that go down. The diner scene when the dinner, like when they're sitting down and they have Sally tied up and everything, and even the way Gunnar Hansen portrays Leatherface, it all has a certain vibe and a tone to it, and you just feel it in the film. So this is one of, like I said, those most iconic films. I could always praise this film more than some others when it comes to like The Exorcist, like the films that are mostly praised in the horror community. We have like Exorcist, Jaws, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is one I'm always more in line with, because I could see the admiration more and I appreciate this film more. Yes, this isn't my favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. My favorite is actually the remake, and I do have that pre-ordered and the beginning pre-ordered. Those are coming to 4K from Arrow Video, so I did get my pre-orders in for those films, so you will be seeing reviews on the channel for those. But this film, like I said, it still has a certain vibe and tone, and I've always seen this one more as a horror classic over, like I said, the other two when it comes to like Jaws and The Exorcist and stuff like that. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, total vibe, just such a creepy, crazy film out there. And like I said, I can totally see why some of the actors and actresses kind of, had problems doing this film too, because Tobe Hooper kind of put them through the ringer a little bit, and you can see it on screen and stuff like that, and just the vibe of it and everything, and seeing how Sally, like how her reactions when she's in that diner or the dinner scene and stuff, and what's going on, just the constant screaming. It's pretty wild. But also, this was a good time to bring up Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because we currently have a bidding war for the rights to the next movie or the next content that they're going to be putting out. And we have a couple different production companies involved, but also Netflix. I heard Netflix is actually one of those companies that is trying to get the rights to it. But then we also have Jordan Peele and Monkey Paw. His people want to get a taste of it a little bit. Then we have, I think it's Glenn Powell and A24 was the other one. And then we have Taylor Sheridan and Paramount, and also Osgood Perkins and Neon. So there's a lot of good vibes and a lot of good different people out there that are just wanting a piece of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think that's cool. This franchise is one that I'm always down to see another movie. I know it's been a franchise that has kind of been rebooted to death. Some of the sequels, like I said, leave you with a lot to be desired and aren't the greatest pieces of cinema, but I'm always very interested in returning to this story. No matter how many times they bring up Texas Chainsaw Massacre or create a story to go back to, I will be there in the theaters to see it, or I'll be watching on TV or whatever if it's Netflix, because if they get it, it's going to go straight to Netflix, of course. But I love just returning to this kind of film, especially during this time of year, like I said, the summer months. But in terms of my thoughts and my opinions on the bidding war, who I feel like should get it, is I kind of want Taylor Sheridan and Paramount to get it. And there's a couple reasons why. First of all, I love Yellowstone, and I love Sicario and a lot of other stuff that Taylor Sheridan is responsible for creating and writing. So just him being in the helm of either the writing chair or the producing chair or whatever, like I feel like he'll want to write the story at least a little bit, or he'll like supervise it. So I kind of want that, as well as Paramount is such a company that is big on physical media, and also they put a lot of money into their projects. So we know that it's not going to be a low budget, just, you know, cash grab type of Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. It won't be that kind of film. There are some interests I have with the other ones. Like, I like Jordan Peele's ideas because I love him as a creator. And it already said, I think he already said he would just be on as a producer. So he won't be writing it or anything. He would pick someone else to do the film, it seems like. But Monkey Paw, like I said, it just seems like maybe it's not their thing. I feel like Jordan Peele's more of a, you know, unique and just original storyteller, and wants to keep his production company doing more original stuff. Now, when it comes to Osgood Perkins, I love his comedy horror stuff. I'm not more in line with his straight up horror, but him partnering with Neon, that's a very huge thing, because Neon is a great production company, and so is A24. I love A24 too, but a lot of people would say that we already kind of got a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film from them with X, and just having A24 do it again, maybe it would be a more high level, like different Texas Chainsaw Massacre film that wouldn't necessarily be something that us traditional fans would want. And me, as a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and this franchise, I liked the Netflix one that came out in 2022, but when it comes to a new one, I would like to have a more tone like this. I would like to go back to the feelings of this film and this one, because we've already had the remake, and that is my favorite, but I don't want one to be like the remake or one to be like 2022, because I feel like that one's kind of more similar, in line with the remake, was a more intense Leatherface, the way they portrayed that one and everything, and I feel like I want something more similar to this film. And I'm pretty sure it's been that long that they're just going to probably reboot it again. Like, I don't think they're going to try to carry this off from another Texas Chainsaw Massacre film or anything like that. I assume whoever grabs this property is just going to want to redo it. Maybe Netflix. Like, Netflix might do a sequel to the 2022 one if they get the rights. But in terms of all the other people that want to be a part of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think if they get the rights to it and they do a film, it's probably going to be a more, just like I said, a remake or a reboot of the original. That's how I feel it will be. I hope you all enjoyed this video talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Please let me know down below in the comment section, what are your thoughts on this original film? How do you feel about this movie? But also your thoughts on the bidding war for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who do you think should get the rights to do the next movie? Who are you most interested in? I would love to discuss with you down below, but please like the video. That definitely helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and have that notification bell poked so you're notified anytime I drop a video. But most importantly, y'all know what's up. Have a safe and happy day. Peace out.